Hello everyone. I hope all of you are doing good. So today in this session, like always, let us go through some of the updates from the Atlassian ecosystem. Now the first update I have for you is about Atlassian command line interface. Now I was quite excited about this because it is always good to see an official library from Atlassian and interacting with Jira and Atlassian products using REST API, using your own shell script or any other programming language. I think it is always desirable, especially for people like us, tech savvy people like us, because we can do a lot of wonderful things without going to the browser. And of course, when it comes to REST API, you can do a lot of things, right? You can automate, you can use it to pull data. But when you have the official library, then you don't really need to worry about writing code for each and every endpoint. I'm sure when it comes to ACLI, Atlassian command line interface, I'm sure there is a limit of what you can do, but at least we have different things that we can do using REST API. And if you go to the reference document, so by the way, if you are new to this, you can go to this blog post and you can read about Atlassian command line interface. Basically, once you install it, you will basically be able to interact with Jira and other Atlassian tools using your terminal, right? Now to install this, I believe you need to install a package, and this package should be available for different operating systems. I'm happy that there is a library for all three major operating systems. We have one for Mac, the other one is for Windows, and we also have this Linux packages for different distributions. So we have one package for Debian, we have one package for Red Hat, and you can just install the binaries if you don't really have package for your distribution. I use Arch Linux, and I'm sure this library will come eventually to Pacman, but I can definitely install this library manually, right? And I'm happy. I'm very happy with this because we, of course, can write our own scripts, but when you write your own scripts, you need to first go to the reference document, understand what exactly to call, what should be the format of the body, like your JSON, and it may not be obvious, and it can take time, especially if you're doing it for the very first time, or maybe if you're doing something for a new endpoint. But when you have the official library, I think you can actually do quite a lot. And if you go to the documentation, you can see that using this library, you can create a project. You can basically delete a project. You can get a list of the projects. You can also do updates on your Jira work item. I find it very difficult to say Jira work item, but basically I'm talking about issue here. So you can create an issue, you can update an issue, you can comment, you can also take a look at the filters, and can you create a dashboard? No, you can search a dashboard, but it is okay. So we have something which is official, right? So good, really good about. I'm really good to see this and happy about it. Okay, so this is about Atlassian command line interface, and the update is that this is now out of beta, I guess. So it is in general. It is now general availability, so you can just start using it. So it means that it is stable and ready for use, right? The next update is about Bitbucket, and this update is about deprecation notice of app passwords. So if you're using Bitbucket and if you have been using app passwords, then you need to replace it. You need to replace it with API token, and Atlassian is giving you time, so don't worry about it. So you have time, I believe, till next year. So right now there is no impact, and your current app passwords will continue to work. And I believe from September onwards, or 9th of September onwards this year, you won't be able to create a new app password, right? And then next year, I believe 9th of June, after 9th of June, your app passwords will not work. So what you need to do, you just need to start replacing your app passwords with your API token. So do that straight away. Don't wait for it, or at least do it. I know it will take, it is not always easy. If your passwords, app specific passwords, are used in some scripts or some other tools, then you have to reach out to their owners, especially in a big company where you have multiple ownerships of different tools are owned by different teams, and you have to of course go through a change management process. So it will take some time, and I think 1 year is more than enough, right? And if you want to have like smooth transition, then do it early. Don't wait for 9th of June 2026. So this is good, and I appreciate Atlassian, telling us. But I'm 101% sure this post will not be reaching everyone. I'm sure they must have received emails, and there are a lot of, especially about these deprecations. You just need to continuously talk about it. And we as a consultant, it is actually our responsibility to make sure that we tell our clients, right? So I'm telling you, although you may not be my client, but I'm sharing that this is going to happen. So yeah, take action now. All right. So the next update is about beta roadmaps. Now, this is about Jira Align, by the way. So if you are using Jira Align, the beta roadmaps are now ready for testing. It is something that we, I think, looked at very briefly in one of the previous updates. I remember showing this beta roadmaps, and I think I mentioned that it is, of course, a bit like, or I think it is very much like your typical roadmaps or advanced roadmaps that you have in Jira. But I think Jira Align also now has this road mapping feature. I'm not massively familiar with Jira Align, but I noticed this update, beta roadmaps, and I want to share it with you. Maybe I should do something about Jira Align. It is very difficult to just evaluate Jira Align because you need to be an enterprise customer to even test and evaluate Jira Align, right? But if in case you are one of those companies and you're responsible for Jira Align administration, this is for you. All right. So the next update is about a live collaboration feature in Confluence Cloud. Now, yes, we all know that we can collaborate on a page. So when you create a page, then other users can also come to that page and they can edit that page, and 2 or 3 people can also simultaneously work on that page, right? So we all know about live collaboration. I think that is what it used to be called. Now I think things are slightly different, I guess. So what will happen in this case is, let me show you. If I go to my Confluence, right, and if I show you how to create a page, which is of course not rocket science, we all know how to create a page, right? So if I go to Confluence and if I click on the create button on top, I think you first need to have the page created. Only then you will be able to collaborate, right? So the page should exist. Now the thing is, right now, if you look here, it says untitled, right? And it is draft. And there is already a link to it. So if I open the same link separately, I think the other person can also open the same draft. So if I'm going to add here, this is my page title, right? And other person can also come here and they can start collaborating. yes, this is a document where we are working together, and this is something that multiple people can. I mean, of course, right now I'm logged in using the same account, but the page is not yet saved, and I guess this is it. So if you go to the post here, live docs, if you try to click on the link, it will take you to Confluence, but you might not know how to get started. And I'm looking at this short clip here. It is showing us that there is an option here called live doc that you need to click on so that people can collaborate. But I think you can still do that, or maybe this feature is not yet there in your Jira or Confluence instance. So this is good to know for us as a consultant, right? Because we consultants need to tell our clients that that is how things will work when they start using Confluence, and if they want to collaborate. I think this could be good because when multiple people are trying to create a document together, especially in a meeting. Let us say you have a meeting where you're trying to just make some notes. Maybe you're just trying to agree on something. Maybe you're brainstorming. Then I think you can just start creating a link and then, start creating a page and then you are done. Just share the link, like the draft link, and they will also come to the same page without saving. So I think that is what it is. Although in my instance, I don't really see any option that says live doc, right? So that is what this is all about. So this is good to know. You can take a look in your Jira instance, not Jira, Confluence instance, and maybe it is safe for you. So click on this link that says click here to try out live docs now in your Jira, not Jira, Confluence site. All right. The next couple of updates are about blog post and videos that we posted. So the first thing that I want to talk about is this event, which is basically this online quiz. I think it is online. Yeah, so you can take part in this quiz. It is on the Atlassian community event portal, and of course, there is a link, so you can basically join this on 27th of June. It is online, so you can do it from anywhere. And this, I believe, quiz, I think it can be useful. Although I've never really attended a like any online game related to Jira. I know few partners, they do this or these things quite regularly. But I think if you're new to Atlassian tools and if you are probably not sure how to learn, what to learn, I think taking part in these events can definitely be useful. It is online, so you can think about it. All right, so let us talk about this blog post. Now, we just talked about Confluence, and we know that using Confluence we can collaborate with others. But if you want to use Confluence for doing very basic, simple, lightweight task management, you can do that. And for doing this, you just need to create a page in Confluence and start creating simple page, and then you can create a task and then you can assign it to someone. And those tasks are not really like a typical Jira task. There is no workflow. For example, let us say we have a page here, task management page, right? So you can go to your Confluence instance and create a page. So list of activities, and to create a new task, you can simply use square brackets left and right, and then say task 1, task 2, right? So this is good. Now, what if you want to assign this task to someone? You can say, okay, I want to assign it to Ravi, right? So you can simply tag people, and then when you tag them, they are in a way now responsible for this task. And you can also do something else. You can also add here a date to indicate when you want this to be done. Maybe you want this to be done by 24th or 25th of June. So you can just do / 2 times, and then you'll find this macro called date, and then select here the date. And when you publish this page, you're in a way, of course, creating a simple task, but these simple tasks are also nothing but a task for the user. And I believe when the user goes to their profile, they can see somewhere this or these tasks. So these tasks are definitely visible to them as well. So they of course can get notified, and there is a date. So in a way, you're doing very simple task management, but of course, don't really think that you're doing a typical Jira workflow process-based task management, right? So you can basically, the point here is that you can use Confluence to use or to do simple task management. The last update I have for you is about this video, which is basically finding issues under an epic. Now we all know that we can do this using GQL in Jira, right? So you simply use issue link is equal to issue key, and you will basically find, or you can say parent is equal to the epic issue key, and you will basically get everything under it. Now, if you want to do something using script runner for Jira, so you need to, of course, write a script, and it is possible. And for doing it using script runner for Jira, you need to use the issue link manager, and then you need to also get the outward link for that particular epic. So yes, it is possible to do the same thing using nothing but your scripts, your Groovy scripts on data center, right? So I thought I'll talk about this, because when you're doing something using a script runner, you need to do a lot of things, and script runner is of course the most powerful way of interacting with Jira Java APIs, and you can also find out about epics and everything related to it. In this case, we are talking about issues under an epic, and that is it. I know, a short, sweet update video and session this week. And by the way, this session also goes to Spotify, so we are on Spotify. If you want to just listen to these updates Monday morning or Monday afternoon India time, so these updates go out 8 o'clock British summer time every Monday, which is 12:30 IST during summertime, right? Okay, so that is all. That is all I have for you this week. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. You enjoyed listening to this session, and you also learned something new today. Thank you very much.